Okay na po, sir. Naman na naman, anak ng Diyos, Espiritu Santo. Maraming sa aming subject na mathematics kami upang maroon pa ng maraming kaalaman tungkol sa aming pag-aaralan. Panginoon, maraming salamat sa bawat araw na kami ay iyong ginagabayan upang magkaroon pa ng maraming kaalaman. Sana po gabayan niyo po kami sa gabing ito upang matutunan ang ituturo ng aming guro. Yun lamang po ang hiniling namin.
Thank you, Justin. This time we'll be continuing the discussion on Unit 3. Dun sa Unit 3, I already sent the link of the video in my YouTube. I believe meron na kayong napanood nyo na yun, kasi that's very important because all of those are the content of the primary grade level na maaari ninyong ituro pag kayo ay nasa field na. We will be continuing that. We'll be discussing some content pa rin this evening, pero konti na lang. Okay? So let's start with the first one, the first content that we are going to study this evening, which is the Pythagorean Theorem. Pythagorean Theorem, of course, was being discovered and being suggested by a mathematician, Pythagoras. And Pythagorean Theorem has been very useful since then. Pythagorean Theorem is being defined as c squared. So that is c raised to 2. But we do not have power here. So we have c squared equals a squared. So we use a small letter. We use a small letter with the Pythagorean. So c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. So this is the Pythagorean theorem. C squared equals a squared plus b squared, where c is the hypotenuse. When we say hypotenuse, this is the longest side of the triangle. So kung meron tayong triangle, like for example, we have this one, right triangle. Yeah, like for example, we have this triangle, right triangle. So when we say right triangle, ibig sabihin dito, this is equivalent to 90 degrees. Kaya siya tinawag na right triangle, 90 dyan. Ano? So dito, ang hypotenuse natin, ito yung hypotenuse, which is the longest side of the triangle. Then this is our B, and this is our A. A is the base, and B is our height. Pero yung A at B, pwedeng magkapalit yan. Ano? Depende dun sa ayos ng triangle. Like for example, yung triangle natin ay ganito ang itsura niya. Pwede namang magkapalit yung A at saka yung B. Pero yung hypotenuse, that is always the longest side of the triangle. Ito lagi yung hypotenuse, yung nasa side na ito. No? Ito lagi siya, si C. Siya lagi yung opposite doon sa right angle. So hypotenuse ang tawag natin doon. Okay? So this time yung A is either the base and B is the height. Pero pwede silang magkapalit, yung A at saka B. How do we solve for the hypotenuse? So like for example, dito, suppose that B is equal to 4, for example. And then A is equal to, gawin natin si C ang meron. So C is equal to 5. Ang nawawala ay si A. So using the Pythagorean theorem, this is our Pythagorean theorem. C squared equals A squared plus B squared. Pero ang nawawala si A squared. You write the formula C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. And then you substitute the values. We have here the value of C, which is 5. Palitan mo lang si C ng 5, so you will have 5 squared is equal to the unknown variable, which is A. So you rewrite A squared plus B, which is 4. So you will have 4 squared. And then you simplify it. 5 squared is equal to 25, because 5 squared, that means 5 times 5. So this is 25 equals A squared. Since we are solving for A squared plus 4 squared, which is equal to 16. Paano siya naging 16? Because 4 squared is equal to 4 times 4. And then since we are solving for A squared, yan ang hinahanap natin, dapat yan lang ang matira dito sa side na to. So what we are going to do is to transpose 16 from right to left. So ano nang mangyayari dyan? 25, originally 25, and then yung 16, pag nilipat natin, dahil positive 16 yon, magiging minus 16 is equal to A squared. And then 25 minus 16 is equal to 25 minus 16 is equal to 9 equals A squared. And then para mawala si square dito, para mawala yung square ni A, we square both sides of the equation. So A now is equal to the square root of 9. Using your calculator, ano yung dalawang number na kapag minultiply mo, the product is 9. So A is equal to 3. So the value of A here is equal to 3. So that is how we use Pythagorean theorem. Okay, so A is equal to 3. So let us have another example. So let us clear all the drawings. So halimbawa, ang given natin ay A saka B. Suppose that A is equal to 9 and then B is equal to 40. So ang nawawala natin ay C. So let us solve for C. So using the formula, our formula is C squared equals A squared plus B squared. Okay, so this is our formula. Then substituting all the values that we have. So wala si C, kaya rewrite mo lang si C. So C squared equals our A, which is 9. So you will have 9 squared plus our B, which is 40. So you will have 40 squared. Then simplifying it further, you will have C squared equals 9 squared, which is 81, plus 40 times 40 is equal to 1,600. Okay, so you will have C squared equals 1,600 plus 81 is 1,681. And then para mawala C square dito, you square both sides of the equation like this. Square. So C is equal to, using your calculator, you get the square root of 1,681. So let us solve. Square root of 1,681 is equal to 41. So the value of C is equal to 41. So that is the hypotenuse. Actually, in solving the Pythagorean theorem, iisa lang naman yung formula, no? Laging ito lang, C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. Pero pwedeng ang nawawala ay A, B, or C. Pero ganun pa rin yung process. So, ibig sabihin lang dito, pag si A squared ang nawawala, your formula will be C squared minus B squared. Ganun lang siya, no, to simplify. Kung B naman ang nawawala, so that is B squared is equal to C squared minus A squared. Sinusubtract lang natin from C squared yung another given. So, pwedeng yan ang gamitin natin kapag A or B ang nawawala. Okay? So that is how we solve Pythagorean theorem. Kapag ang nakuha natin kasi sa square root, it's either positive or negative. Yung makukuha natin doon. Halimbawa, yung square root of 9, positive or negative 3 yun eh. Pero ang kinukuha natin palagi ay positive 3 lang dahil we are talking about the length of the side of the triangle. Ang tinutukoy natin dito ay side ng triangle. At wala namang side ang triangle na negative. Kaya hindi tayo pwedeng magkaroon ng sagot na negative doon sa Pythagorean theorem dahil ang kinukuha natin doon ay measurement ng side ng triangle. Kaya always positive ang sagot natin doon. Okay? So yun yung tinatawag nating Pythagorean theorem. That is how we solve for the Pythagorean theorem. At yung mga number na yon, yung di ba yung nakuha natin kanina, we have 3, 4, at saka 5. Tama? So ito yung sides, yung dalawa. Ito naman yung hypotenuse. Yung sumunod naman, we have 9, 40. Tapos ang nakuha nating hypotenuse ay 41. Ang tawag natin sa tatlong number na yan ngayon ay, type ko na lang. Okay, ang tawag natin dyan ay Pythagorean triples. Pag sinabi nating Pythagorean triples, ibig sabihin nun, pag sinubstitute mo sila doon sa formula, ang magiging sagot nila ay equal to one another. So let us try. Itong 3, 4, 5. So 3, 4, 5, our Pythagorean theorem. So that is C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. So by substitution, our C here is 5. So you will have 5 squared is equal to A squared, which is 3 squared plus 4 squared. Then simplifying it, 5 squared is equal to 25 equals 3 squared, which is 9, plus 4 squared, which is 16. So 25 is equal to 9 plus 16 is also 25. Ibig sabihin, yung nakuha natin dito ay tama. So kapag equal sila, 25 equals 25, ibig sabihin, yung tatlong number na ito ay Pythagorean triples. Okay? So Pythagorean triples ang tawag natin. For your task na gagawin ninyo for the next meeting, so ibig sabihin wala tayong face-to-face meeting sa Miyerkules. Ang gagawin nyo nun sa Miyerkules, gagawa kayo ng flashcards. Alam niyo yung flashcards? Yung flashcards yung ginagamit sa atin na ang size niya, ito dapat ang size niya. Ang size niya ay 4 inches. Share ko yung screen ko ulit. Ano? Ang size niya ay 4 inches. Ito, 4 inches yan. Tapos ito naman ay 6 inches. So this is 4. This is 6 inches. Siyempre, rectangle yan. Ano? Gumamit kayo ng mga recycled materials. Ito yung flashcards. Ang nakasulat sa flashcards ay Pythagorean triples. Pero, siyempre dahil flashcards yan, gagawa kayo dito halimbawa ng 3. Siyempre may 3, and then para maging Pythagorean triples, may blank. Blank yan. Tapos sa likod nakasulat yung sagot. Because this is what we are going to flash with your students. 3, 4, tapos aalamin nila ano yung Pythagorean, ano yung isa pang number para maging Pythagorean triples ito. You search into the internet, napakaraming Pythagorean triples sa internet. So sa likod nakasulat yung sagot. Kakaintindihan tayo? Ang gagawin yung flashcards ay sa 10. 10 flashcards na mayroong Pythagorean triples. So 3, 4, blank. Ganon yung gagawin. Tapos sa likod nakasulat yung sagot. So syempre dahil ang estudyante nyo dyan ay mga bata, you make your flashcards creative para catchy sa mga bata. And then, pag nakagawa na kayo ng flashcards, ngayon, ang gagawin ninyo, you video yourself na ipina-flash nyo yung flashcards. Siyempre, nakabihis kayo parang mga teacher. Ipina-flash nyo yung flashcards. Siguro mga 15 seconds yung video na gagawin ninyo. Tapos pwede nyo siyang lagyan ng background music using any video editor. O kaya sa TikTok, pwede yun. Basta ang mahalaga, makita ko yung flashcards na 10 sa tungkol doon sa Pythagorean triples. Kakaintindihan? And then you are going to submit it on or during our next meeting. So hanggang doon lang. Kung ang oras natin sa next meeting ay hanggang 6 o'clock, hanggang 6 o'clock ko lang tatanggapin yung mga outputs na video. You just send it into our group chat. Walang sosobra ng 15 seconds. Hanggang 15 seconds lang. Okay? Questions before we proceed? Please turn on your microphone for questions.
Sir, need po bang magsalita doon?
Ana? What is your question?
Need pa po ba, sir, na magsalita?
Ana? Ay kayo, need pa na magsalita sa video? Pwede
Yes
din
po.
naman. Pwede. Pero pwede rin namang hindi. Basta i-flash nyo lang yung flashcards. Kung gusto niya, meron kayong introduction na sasabihin, pwede din naman. Pwede. Basta hindi kayo mag-exceed ng 15 seconds. Bahala kayo kung paano nyo maipe-present creatively yung inyong flashcards. Tapos, yung flashcards nyo na yon ilalagay nyo yun sa portfolio ninyo. Para bago tayo mag-finals, ay mag-midterm, isasubmit nyo kasi yung portfolio ninyo. Nandun lahat nakalagay ang inyong mga outputs. Any more questions before we proceed to the last topic? Kung walang tanong, kailangan pag walang tanong, matamis ang ngiti. Ngumiti ng matamis. Pag walang tanong, ngingiti ng matamis. Ay, ang tamis. Parang ang asim naman ng ngiti ng iba. Ayan, ang tamis ng ngiti nyo. Baka magka-diabetes tayo niyan. Ayan, ngingiti kayo. Kahit na gabi na yung klase natin, dapat nakangiti pa rin kayo. Ayan, tatamis lang ng ngiti. Ayan, kasi kayo yung mga future teachers, dapat nakikitaan kayo ng matamis ng ngiti ng mga elementary students. Hindi yung parang pasan nyo ang daigdig. Ayan. So we shall now proceed. Ito, alam nyo na to simula nung elementary pa kayo. Pinag-aralan nyo na ito. So we have the measures of central tendency. Okay. Pag sinabi nating measures of central tendency, sa statistics ito, measures of central tendency, ibig sabihin, we are measuring the center of the set of scores. And we have 3 ways to determine the measures of central tendency. We have the mean, median, and mode. When we say mean, median, and mode, all of these are averages. Lahat yan, puro average ang sinosolve natin. But as we define, mean is the average. And then median is the middle term. This is the middle term when the set of scores are being arranged from lowest to highest or from highest to lowest. Kahit na anong arrangement, yung median niya yung pinakagitna. And the mode is the most frequent number. Most frequent number of the group. Let us have an example here. Okay, let us have a survey, for example. The ages of 5 or 6 na, no? The ages of 6, BEd to B students. Magtatanong ako Katrina, ilang taong ka na? If you don't mind.
31 po.
31. Alright, 31. How about you, Jessa Kagumon? How old are you? Jessa?
19 po.
19. 19. Alright. Then, Nina Marie, how old are you na?
19 po.
18? 19?
19 po.
19. Thank you. And then let's have Merdaline. Ilang taon ka na?
20 po.
20. Okay, let's have Alisa. Ilang taon ka na?
19 po.
Ha?
19 po.
19.
Opo.
Alright. And then, ilan pa? 2, 4, 5. Last one. Erica May, Estopia.
20 po.
20.
Opo.
Alright, 20. So these are the ages of our 6 BE and 2B students. What we are going to do is to solve for the mean, median, and mode of all this. So sa pag-solve ng mean, simpleng-simple lang. Ang gagawin nyo lang, identify first, ano ba yung n natin? Our n here is the number of scores. So we have 6 scores. Tama? So we have 6. N is equal to 6. Then you add 31 plus 19 plus 19 plus 20 plus 19 ulit plus 20. So upon adding that, divide natin yung whole equation na yan. So enclose natin sa parentheses. Yan, lahat yan divided by 6. So divided by 6. So i-add natin. 31 plus 19 is equal to 50. 50 plus 19, 69, 89, 89, 98, 108, 128. Tama ba pag in-add natin? Tama ba pagkaka-add? Is it 128?
Yes, sir.
Opo. 128 divided by 6. 128 divided by 6 is equal to 21.33. So that is our mean. Ganun lang ang pagkuha ng mean. Ano? I-add mo lahat siya divided by the total number of scores. And then for the median, ito naman, para ma-solve natin yung median, then we have to arrange the scores from lowest to highest or from lowest to highest. Or kabaliktaran, kahit na anong arrangement po pwede. Mataas hanggang sa mababa o mababa hanggang mataas. So simulan na natin sa lowest. So we have 19, ilan yung 19? Tatlo. Then we have 20, dalawang 20, and then 31. So in this set of scores, 6 sila. Titignan lang natin ano yung gitna. Ano yung gitna? Yung 19 at saka 20. Sila yung dalawa yung gitna. Ano? Dahil dalawa yung gitna, i-add mo ngayon yan. 19 plus 20, 39, divided by 2 is equal to 19.5. So ang median mo ay 19.5. So ganun lang. Pero kung isa lang naman yon, isa lang naman ang gitna, wala ka nang gagawin. No? Wala ka nang i-add. So how about the mode? Sabi nga natin, mode is the most frequent. Ito siya. Mode is the most frequent score. So ibig sabihin, yung pinakamarami, yung pinakasikat, siya yung star ng mga scores. Pinakamarami siyang eksena. So ano yon? Pinakamaraming frequency, 19. Kasi 3 beses lumabas si 19. Okay? So kung tigi-tigisa lang naman sila ng frequency, ang isasagot nyo doon ay non-modal. Halimbawa, ang score natin ay, ito halimbawa yung score natin. We have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Wait, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ayan. So ito halimbawa yung score natin, yung 5 na to. Kung mapapansin nyo, yung frequency niya, tig-iisa lang. Kung tig-iisa lang yung frequency, ibig sabihin, ang mode niyan, wala. So ang lalagay nyo ay non-modal. Pero may mga pagkakataon na dalawa naman ang mode. Halimbawa, ito siya. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. In this case, yung 1, 2 beses siyang nag-appear. Yung 2, 2 beses din nag-appear. At nagkataon na silang dalawa ang pinakamaraming frequency. So ang mode nito, 2. So modes are 1 and 2. At ang tawag natin dyan ay bimodal. Tandaan niyo kung ang itinatanong ay ano ang mode. So dapat ang sagot ninyo doon, number. Pero pag tinanong, anong uri ng mode? Ang sagot nyo doon, bimodal. Okay? So pag dalawa, bimodal. Kapag naman isa, unimodal. Okay, ganun siya, no? Okay. Do you have any questions with regards to finding the mean, median, and mode? Questions? Sige nga.
Sir, paulit nga po nung sa median po. Bakit po 19.5 nag-ano po kasi kanina? Yun na
Alright.
po yung
Bakit naging
signal.
19.5 yung median? Sige. Tignan natin ha. Dito, bakit naging 19.5 yung median? Ay, gamitin na lang natin itong scores na to. Yung 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gamitin natin itong scores na to sa pagkuha ng median. Naka-arrange na siya from lowest to highest. Okay? So, ang kukuhanin na lang natin yung gitna. Ilan ba yung scores natin? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, ano ang gitna niyan? Yung pang 4. Ano yung pang 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. So, ang pang 4 natin ay 2. So, ibig sabihin, this is our median. Ayan. So, yung pinakagitna, yun yung median. Pero, kung nagkataon nga, for example, ang set of scores natin ay even. Halimbawa, we have 2, 7, 8, 5, 3, 6. Halimbawa, ito yung scores natin. 2, 7, 8, 5, 3, 6. Paano tayo makakakuha ng median? So, ang first step natin, median, ay i-arrange natin yung scores na yan mula sa pinakamababa hanggang sa pinakamataas, no? Ang lowest ay 2. Sumunod sa 2 ay 3. Then we have 5. Then 6, 7, and then 8. 6 sila. So, ibig sabihin, ang gitna natin 5 and 6. Kapag dalawa yung gitna, that's the time na ang median natin is equal to 5 plus 6, and then this whole quantity divided by 2. Kasi dalawa silang gitna. So para makuha mo yung median talaga, i-add mo sila at saka i-divide mo sa 2. So 5 plus 6 is 11 divided by 2. That is equal to 5.5. Okay, so ganun yung pagkuha ng median kapag dalawa sila. So i-add lang natin tapos i-divide by 2. Thank you, Rose Ann, for your question. Any more questions? Do you have any more questions? Kung walang tanong, ngingiti ng matamis. Ganon ang ating kasunduan. Pag walang tanong, ngingiti ng matamis. Ayan, ang tamis. O, diba? Walang tanong na. Okay na? So, kung wala na kayong tanong, ano pa gagawin natin? Diba? De magpapahinga na kayo. Tapos, simulan nyo na yung inyong trabaho. Next meeting, yun ang gagawin ninyo, ha? Yung activity natin. Kaya, wala nang mag-chat-chat ng link. Hihingi ng link. Kasi yun ang gagawin ninyo. Hihintayin ko na lang na i-submit ninyo yung inyong output. Okay? Walang labis, walang kulang. 10 flashcards lang, no? Tapos 15 seconds ang maximum. So, ibig sabihin, pag sinabing 15 seconds ang maximum, pwede po ba yung 10 seconds? Pwede. Basta maximum lang naman ang isinet natin. 15 seconds. Any more questions? Ngingiti ng matamis pag walang tanong. Ngingiti ng matamis. Ayan. Pagka kasi nakasibangot pa, ibig sabihin may tanong pa siya. Diba? Ayan. Any more questions? Ngingiti ng matamis. Okay, so kung wala na kayong tanong, it's nice to see you, our future DE-Ed teachers. Laging mag-iingat, ingatan ang mga sarili dahil magkikita-kita pa tayo when the environment gets better. Thank you, God bless, and good night to all of you. Bye-bye.
Good night po. Thank you.
Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you po.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Ngingiti lagi.